Well, I have to give you a big apology before this video starts. I forgot to switch the fridge off in the kitchen, and there's a bit of high background noise for a few minutes before I remembered to switch it off. So sorry about that. I hope it doesn't spoil your enjoyment. Well, good morning everyone, and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now, as I'm stuck inside today trying to get better, I'm going to have a look at some more roots on some plants. Now, I've got 8 here at the moment, so what I'm going to do is to take them all out of the pots, clean them up, and then I'll put them on this towel, and we'll have a look at the roots. Well, I've got them all out of the pots and cleaned the roots up the best I can, what roots there are on them. And so we'll just go through them and see what's what. So here we have a Hangyeanum. Roots aren't too bad, very thin though and dryish looking, so that needs something doing to it. Then here we have a Berenice, that roots could be doing a lot better. Then these are the roots of the Paphiopellum Gary Romagna, Paphiopellum Warderi, Paphiopellum Dianum. These aren't so bad, but too thin the roots for some reason. Here's one with none on, Paphiopellum Lawrenceanum, Paphiopellum Colopakingii, just a seedling of a plant. Now this one used to be very nice. It's a Barbatum and it's a variety Nigritum. This needs a good cleaning up, and there's none of them with very many decent roots on. So, well, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the moss again and see if I can just bring them on before I put them back into the bark. So we'll get a move on and try and get it done. Well, this is the moss I've been using, and we're trying to identify it. According to INSEE, it could be Calliargonella cuspidata, and I've been looking up some things, or it could be Drepanecladus aduncus. So it's one of them two, but I will go for Calliargonella, Caliergonella cuspidata. Now, I'm not very proud of having all these Paphiopedilums with a bad root system, and I wouldn't like to show them, but I am doing just because I know that lots and lots of people have the same trouble. They either get them and they grow well, or they go like this. So we're going to get these in the moss in smaller pots and see what happens. The pots I'm going to put this Berenice in. So what we'll do, we'll get some moss. It's a bit of a rootless moss this, but it's quite wet underneath. You can see it's dark. They're like dead pieces of moss, those. So we'll put this, make a nice hole. That's it. Put the moss around it. Bit more moss around there. Get plenty underneath so it can grow into it. A bit at the bottom. And in we go. And I don't want it packing too tightly. If you pack it too tightly, you'll not let the air in. So if you pack it nice and loose, just so it's holding upright the plant, just put little bits of moss in just to make sure. And then what I do, I just give it a little spray every day or every 2 days. All depends on what the weather's like and how warm the house has been. So that's all I do. Feels very light, but I know it's damp and the roots, whatever they are getting a little bit of moisture. That's Paphiopedilum Berenice. Small pot is the Paphiopedilum wardii. Tiny little plant. Got one root on that's very hard. So we'll get some more moss for this one. Don't need a lot for this pot. Open it out well. Put it inside and just wrap it round. There we are. Drop a little bit at the bottom. And just push it in. That's that. That's the wardii. One for the small pot is this Paphiopedilum lawrenceanum. You can see, look at the roots on that, almost none at all. So we'll do the same with this one. A nice blob of moss there. Put the plant right in the middle, wrap it round, put it in there. Make sure it can keep damp, and it should get a few nutrients from the moss. That's Paphiopedilum lawrenceanum. Right, the next one I'm going to do is this Paphiopedilum dianum. The roots are, as I said before, they are what they are. So I'm going to put these in a plastic pot because the roots are quite long and they're not doing in a small pot. So we'll get some more. See if it's a nice piece will come away. There we are. I'll put that in there and wrap it right round. That's fitted perfectly. Absolutely lovely that. And then we'll put some more in the bottom. Put all the little bits in. And then just put this one in. As I said before, just fill up at the sides to make sure the plant is standing upright. And we'll leave it at that. That's Paphiopedilum dianum. Now here's a plant that's really crying out for attention. It's the Barbatum, the variety nigritum. Look at all the bad leaves on it. I haven't touched this for ages. Plenty of little growths on it, but let's just clean it up. It's crying out for attention. Might just let it just have a small plant when I've finished. Just take all the bad stuff off, and then we know where to start. We know which little bits to save and which to throw away. Dear, dear. Where's that coming from? I think I'll have to push that through there and pull it from the other side to get this bad leaf off. I Can't get that one. Let's have a see. Where there's a will, there's always a way. There we are. Just a little snip with the scissors on there. Nip the bad roots off. Yeah, that's a dead root. Oh, excuse my sniffing, I just can't help it. So I think we'll leave it at that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 growths on, and it's only that big. Can you believe it? When very small roots, we'll put this in a small pot too. We'll get some nice moss. Make sure it's well wrapped up. Put some in the bottom. And just plonk this in. We'll just see how that goes on in future. Keep your fingers crossed that everything turns out okay. Once more on camera, this Gary Romana, and I'm going to put this, although it's quite a big expansive leaf, no roots, a new little growth there, and no roots at all. So I'm going to put this in a small pot. So here we go again. A bit in the bottom. Put that in there. Get rid of all the bits of moss. Make sure the plant stands upright. And there we are. Well, I don't want to bore you by showing you too many of these, and these are these, how many have I done here? 6. Out of the 8, I'll do the other 2 in a minute, and I'd just like to thank you for watching, and thanks for your good wishes, by the way. Thanks to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.